The official Black Ops 6 reveal just was streamed on the Xbox Showcase, and this video will give a rundown on literally everything that was announced and shown throughout the event. So first and most importantly, it was announced the game will come out on October 25th, so the leakers were correct in the beginning. Now first, we're going to take a look at everything they announced regarding the campaign. Obviously, we see that Woods and Adler are both back, and we are following some new characters named Troy Marshall, Jane Harrow, Felix Newman, and Savati Dama. There's lots of missions that allow for the player to decide how they want to play, which is a good thing if they do it right. I absolutely hated the way those types of open combat missions were in the recent Modern Warfare 3, but it seems like Black Ops 6 is doing things entirely different, which we're going to talk about more here in just a few moments, so I think we are just going to have to trust Treyarch here. They mentioned a casino mission, which sounds like they are prepared to have it be an instant classic of a mission. The way they showed it and described it made it seem almost like a Hitman game rather than Call of Duty. They said it's something the franchise has never seen before in a mission, so I absolutely can't wait to see what they have in store. Now, they said the story will follow direct callbacks from Black Ops 2, meaning all of that story is officially canon in the Black Ops universe, which allows for many possibilities in the future, and it will also be a direct sequel to Cold War, obviously. It will be taking place in the 90s, and we see glimpses of Bill Clinton, Colin Powell, George H.W. Bush, Saddam Hussein, probably even more real-life political figures that I'm just blanking on right now, but it just seems like it's going to be awesome. The story is being officially labeled as a spy action thriller and will be a signature Black Ops experience, exactly what we all wanted to see. There will be a central base of operations between campaign missions, similar to Cold War, and it is actually an abandoned KGB safe house, which I think is pretty awesome. And additionally, there will be an evidence board following each completed mission, which is another similar asset seen back in Cold War.
When we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
That's everything we have for campaign. Now we're going to move on to multiplayer, which all I have to say is wow. Just wow. We have asked for years that Call of Duty would just listen to the community, and it looks like they are finally answering our prayers. The main component that they focused on was the introduction of Omni movement, which on paper sounds amazing. You can finally sprint side to side and backwards, you can dolphin dive, vault, all of those different things like a real person, and it's not going to be a video game movement anymore. They are looking to create an authentic feel that will make the game feel seamless. The only worry with this is that people have been abusing movement in this game for years now in multiplayer, and the only word to describe it is cracked movement, so I can only imagine what those cracked movement players are going to do now with this exact, Omni movement addition that they are adding. All in all, I think this is a great addition though. Piggybacking off of that, they will now be introducing intelligent movement as well, which we won't spend too much time on since it's not really game breaking. Basically, you can now turn on auto sprint, auto vault, auto slide, things like that, and you don't really need to press buttons. It'll just, the game knows what you want to do, and it will engage in that exact movement that you want. It doesn't really hurt anything. You can turn it off if you want, so I think this will be a fine addition. Now, past Call of Duty games have had 4 hit zones on enemies. Now they've added up to 9 hit zones. This will change the damage in which you inflict upon an enemy based on where you hit them, and it will change the animation in which they are shot. You can also fully customize your HUD now to change where you want your minimap, where you want your reload indicator, an ammo indicator, things like that. Additionally, there will be 16 original maps at launch, which is great. That's not even including the classic maps that we're going to get later on, obviously like Nuketown and other maps of that same category. They're adding the 3-lane style of map back into all of these original maps, so there's no more massive maps that feel like a mini war zone, There will be quick time to engagement and small to medium-sized maps to keep the flow and pacing right. This is probably what I'm most excited about with Black Ops 6 multiplayer. The maps have been lackluster for years now and makes it feel like a chore to grind out this game. Oh, speaking of grinding out, Classic Prestige is back! No more of that awful Prestige system that the game has seen the past few years. You can now access the full Prestige system on day 1 and race your friends to Master Prestige just like back in the day. Now, COD HQ will be integrated into the game, which is the only letdown of this whole multiplayer reveal. I know it's a good menu for the game's engine and blah 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 blah, I get it, but I really was let down to see that they are continuing with the COD HQ style since I really just don't like it. But I don't want to sound spoiled because Treyarch has gone above and beyond and delivered on just about everything else, so that's literally the only negative thing I have to say for the rest of this video. Another thing that they answered our prayers on is that there will be no carry forward content, and all I have to say is thank the Lord Almighty. This really makes me feel like we are getting a whole new game, regardless of the rest of the content announced, rather than a DLC like how MW2 into MW3 was, because that was just a huge letdown. Last but not least, Theater Mode is making an official return, which is so awesome to hear, especially for a content creator like me. I can't wait to see the potential of that when the game comes out. They also didn't touch on Warzone, but they did tease it, so I'm sure we will be hearing more later about that. And there will be an official worldwide multiplayer reveal on August 28th, so mark your calendars for that, because so far Treyarch is absolutely delivering on everything they are announcing, so let's just hope that they execute it well.
2, 1, go!
That was sick.
Great.
I think we got it.
Now for zombies, we're going to move on from multiplayer. This reveal obviously held back on zombies for a reason. They seem to be gearing up for something much greater this year with the classic and loved horror game mode. What we do know is that round-based zombies is back, and that's all that I really care about. A lot of people talked about how this past zombies mode was revolutionary and the peak of zombies back in MW3, and the good news is that you don't have to try and convince yourself of that anymore. It's a good game mode if it was separate, but we all know that we want round-based zombies back, and that's exactly what we got. So the round 100 challenge will be so much fun, and I can't wait to attempt that. Maybe we'll even do it on stream, so a lot of fun content there. And then all that they really said about zombies after that was that it's a continuation of the Ether story that was started back in Cold War. I'm not sure how the community will react to this, since I know Zombies has a cult-like following, but as a casual Zombies player like myself, who absolutely loved Cold War Zombies, I think this is going to be super fun and I can't wait.
There are many additional zombie-specific features, both new and returning. This is going to be a truly epic return for round-based zombies. Be on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
Steph interviewed AB Mark.
So that's literally everything that I took notes on from the premiere. On a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of hype, I am definitely at a maxed out 10 right now. Like, I cannot wait at all. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. Like I said, I think Treyarch has done a fantastic job up to this point, and this game has the potential to be the best Call of Duty game of the past decade, maybe up to Black Ops 3. Treyarch hasn't let us down in a long time. Cold War was alright, Black Ops 4 was alright. Obviously, all the games before that were incredible, so I'm hoping we're back on the right path here with an incredible game coming up. October 25th can't come any sooner, and I, of course, will be covering anything and everything that we hear from Treyarch until then. Besides for that, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.